academic literacy video is based on Unit 3, which deals with summarizing. So what exactly is summarizing? Summarizing might be shortening something you've already read to show only the main points. A summary also contains the most important information in the text, and a summary contains no extra or additional information. So if we look at these 3 points, we can see that summarizing should be short and concise. It needs to show only the main points that you find in the reading that you are summarizing. If we look at this picture, the expectation on the left shows us how we should be summarizing. So you can see just a few ideas, the key points, the main ideas. But I think many of us have found ourselves in a situation on the right where we'll end up highlighting everything. But summarizing really is trying to cut down or cut out or take out the main points of a reading and only write those down. There are some tips or pointers that we can give you to help you to summarize. So here we have our step-by-step guide to summarizing. Firstly, and this is something that students rarely do, study the title. So have a look at what this article is about. Make a prediction. Yes, you might be wrong, but you might also be correct. So think, when you read the title, what might this article be about? Secondly, read the article to get an overview of what it is about. At this stage, you're not summarizing, you're merely reading the article to get a good idea, a good handle on what the article is. When you've finished reading the whole article, can you find the point of the article? So what is the message this article is trying to send or give to the reader? And this message should be no more than a sentence. So really try to think, what is the main point of this article? Once you've done that, you need to try to summarize the entire article in one sentence. This can be tricky, so try to link it back to step 1, where you studied the title. Often that gives us a good idea of what the entire article is about, so it helps us to create a summary in a single sentence. Once you've done that, you read the article again, now deciding what main point each paragraph is trying to put across. So now that we've done steps 1 to 4, we have a good idea what the article is generally about. Now we want to look at each paragraph individually. So do this by trying to find the main or topic sentence for each paragraph. Remember from our lectures, this is the main idea that each paragraph is based on. Once you've done this, you should have a sentence summarizing each paragraph. You can use these sentences to construct a summary of the article in a single paragraph. So if you follow these steps, you will have taken a reading of maybe 6 or 7 paragraphs and you will have condensed it down into a single paragraph. So here are some do's and don'ts of summarizing. When we summarize, we want to write only the essential facts. So things like examples, quotations, or any additional or extra information should be omitted. So summaries should only have the essential facts. Summaries need to be logical and coherent. If your sentences are so short, they don't make any sense, then when you pick your summary up in a few months' time, when you're looking at it for the test or the exam, you are going to have no idea what you were talking about. So make sure that your sentences are long enough that they actually make sense to you. Try not to use flowery or descriptive sentences. Wherever possible, aim for an economy of words. We want to say what we need to say in as few words as possible to put your point across. So this is called writing succinctly. We want our writing to be as short and to the point as possible. Finally, a summary is really beneficial if you use your own words. So here you're trying to take what you read and put it into your own words. This also helps when it comes to tests or exams because it's much easier for you to understand your own words than to understand quotes from the passage that you're summarizing. Okay, we're going to let you have an opportunity to summarize and to practice these tools. Can you read the article that's loaded on ECI? It is called An Illiterate Nation Will Hold Itself Back, and it's by Devi Rajab. Follow the step-to-step guide to writing a good summary that we already dealt with. Keep the do's and don'ts in mind. Try to summarize each paragraph of the article into one sentence. Now get writing. You can pause the video at this point and complete this task. After this, we will come back with the answers. How did you find that task? Let's go through it. So looking at the article, an illiterate nation will hold itself back. We would say that the main point of paragraph 1 is that education in South Africa is a problem. Now, obviously, you might not have stated this in exactly the same words, but anything to this effect is fine. Paragraph 2 states that the ANC has failed the country with regards to education. Paragraph 3 is really about the fact that education and literacy in particular are the greatest challenge facing South Africa. Paragraph 4 moves to the teachers. So Rajiv states there's a problem with the competence of teachers. Another problem is the family structure. And this is very important for education. Despite problems, some people have succeeded and are able to make a difference. And paragraph 7 is about the fact that education needs a partnership of all people in society. Paragraph 8, we need to ensure that real learning is taking place in the classroom. So these are the main ideas that came out of each of the paragraphs that we summarized. Now you want to put your sentences together to create a paragraph of your summary. So we're going to use some linking words to assist with the cohesion of your new paragraph. And there are also transitional expressions on your ECI page under Unit 5, and you're welcome to make use of these as well. Words like also, in addition, therefore, consequently, which means as a result of, subsequently, which means following closely in time or order, thus, however, furthermore, are good academic words to use and can really be useful in creating your paragraph. Here is an example of the paragraph that we have created by putting together the sentences that summarized each paragraph. You can read through this and see if it is similar to your paragraph. Now reflect on the article. What do you think about this article? Do you agree with it? Is there a crisis in education in South Africa? What do you see as the main educational problem facing South Africa? Do you think South Africa is an illiterate nation? How can some of the educational problems discussed in this article be addressed? And finally, what is your role in this as a student teacher? While you reflect on these questions, please log on to the ECI page and fill your answers in to our forum discussion. Our forum discussion is located under Unit 3.